Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how to make a Folksy Charm kinetic doll with a bit of Christmas twist. So I've seen some decorations with folk art Christmas in mind, and I thought they looked so sweet, and I'm going to show you how to make your own. This is the die set. You can see so many dies in this, and it allows you to make 3 different sizes of doll shaped cards. There's instructions on the back, step by step, really easy to follow. And what I'm going to be showing you today is how to make a larger version of this, which uses the Festive slot and spin die set. Now, if you've got the vintage frames die set, you can use this technique as well. I'm just going to show you how to make a card with a Christmas twist. I'm also going to be using the Folksy Charm 8x8 pattern papers and the Ocean Mist card. These are so handy, and I just love the patterns. I'm going to be mainly using these today. Really gorgeous. And this is how you use the dies to cut a doll-shaped card. So you line the straight edge with the fold of your card, run it through the die cutting machine. I always use a bit of low-tack tape just to hold my dies in place. They can shift when they go through the machines. It will die cut through both sides of 250 GSM, just one pass of the machine. And then you can see that's the fold. So if you want to cut a doll shaped card just to cover your card, again, straight edge, just line it with the edge of your paper for minimum waste. And I've lined the inside of this card as well with some more contrasting unpatterned paper. Now, the Festive Frames. This is one of the apertures from the Festive Frames. And if you die cut a scarf, it does help you to position, run that through the die cutting machine with it open. And that will cut through both the pattern paper and the card side to make the aperture. And now for the fun bit. It really is fun layering up these cards. You can customize your dolls however you like. And I'll be showing you the stamps as well. So many stamps. If you want to die cut the same pattern for the reverse of your doll, I quite like doing that, the front and the back of the dolls, then choose your pattern paper and this time run it through with the reverse facing up, just so you get the straight edge on the left and then the straight edge on the right. This paper is 160 GSM, so you can get away with using PVA, well, tacky PVA really. Again, I'm going to do a scarf for the back. For each of the 3 doll sizes, you will get the corresponding scarves, the face size, the hair, and the body. And like I said, you can just have so much fun building and playing with these. So that's the scarf pieces added, and I'm going to do a little bit of heat embossing actually. I do like the Wow embossing pad. It's really good, very slow drying. You know you can count on it. Right, there we go, that's the one I'm looking for. And some opaque bright white, really useful. It's quite strong patterns in this set. So I'm just going to centralize that. A little bit of scrap paper. And tip away the excess. If you have a paintbrush handy, that's also quite good. You can just dust away any excess powder just before you set it with the heat tool. Right, I'll just tip away the excess. And I'm going to bring in a heat protective mat just to protect the surface. Yeah, I can see it changing. I find you do get a nicer finish with this scallop circle if you stamp it first and then add the face over the top. Lovely. I'll move this out of the way. And now we can really build the character of our doll. Get some black archival ink. The nice thing about our stamps is that we've really thought about the positioning, and to make it easy for you, you can see the edge of the stamp. You can line it up with the edge of the card. Also gives you a bit to pull the card away from, which is handy. So crisp, really good. So I'll bring the stamps into shot. So many stamps, there's 62. So much choice for customizing your dolls. Cheeks, freckles, the faces, the scarves, just details around the bodies. Plus you can make your own patterns, just really, really lovely. I might do some freckles actually. So sweet. This is die cut with the circle for the face. There's also a die for the hair. I'll bring that into shot. Here we go. I go for some bluey green hair this time. And the stamps, you can die cut this from pattern paper, and that looks really effective. I'm just going to go for some plain card. Just adds finishing touch, a little bit of interest. I'll pop that away. And the cheeks. I'm using sponge sugar distress ink for these. Chalky inks work quite well as well. Just that sort of natural blusher look. And I'm just going to put that aside to dry just for a minute. These borders are really great for adding some detail along the bottom of your dolls. Might do the front and the back actually. So quick dusting with an anti-static pad. Plenty of adhesive on the stamp. Line it up. I'll do both sides. And then heat it to set it. So I'll bring the face over, and I'm just going to colour the eyes. Go with blue eyes this time. Really bring out that bluey green hair that I've gone for. And some pink lips. If you have a white pen, which I do over here, you can also just highlight the eyes. A little bit of shine on the lips as well. And I will attach the hair now. It's quite nice to do things in stages because it just allows the ink to dry. And we'll add the face to the card. Right over the scallop circle. Now I've pre-die cut the Festive Frames that you can see here. So this is one of the frames here, and also the snowflake, really sweet. And I've added just a couple of buttons just to add to the folk art look and theme of the card. And these just slot together. And if I open up the card, get a scrap piece of paper here, and I'm going to really quickly show you. This is the Folksy Meadow. It comes as one sheet of an A4 stencil, but you can trim it to separate these two. And I'm going to stencil the inside of the card. I'll use some distress inks, faded jeans. I might add a little bit of peacock feathers. See how I feel, how it's looking. And an ink blending tool. And I'm just going to really quickly, really simply add a little bit of colour. I'm going to go quite heavy with the ink in the bottom corner. And then lighter. I'm not going to add any more ink. The blue, because I want this to fade out. I might add a tiny bit of the peacock feathers. Not too much though. There we go. I do like adding details to the inside and backs of the cards. I think it gives it a professional finish. Beautiful. So finishing touches. You can also die cut scarf knots. Of course, we've thought about that because it matters. I'm going to go quite high with the knot because I don't want it to interfere with the spinning frame. There's even stamps for the knots if you want to customize those too. And the sweet flower, sometimes I add them to the hair. I think I might add it to the bottom of this card. There's a stamp from the set which I've used, and also a corresponding die, just so you don't have to do any fussy cutting. Makes it easy for you. There you have a really quick and simple, this is so cute, so special, front and the back of a folk art inspired Christmas card. If you like this card and you want to see more inspiration and ideas, then hop on over to angelapoole.co.uk.